This story was submitted by Anonymous. This story takes place in 2015, when I was a freshman in high school. I lived in a middle-class neighborhood with some friends that live here as well. I have one friend that lives in a high life society in a neighborhood near mine. It's weird how there's $2 million houses nearby $200,000 homes. Anyways, my name is Jorge, and my friends' names are Ryan and Chris. Chris is the one that lives in the high life society. It's nighttime on October 30. We were all in a group text talking about what we should do on Halloween night. I recently checked my phone for this story, so here's what we basically said.
Guys, I have an idea. Let's go in the woods.
Yo, fuck that. I bet I'm gonna see some creepy kids wearing costumes roaming around.
Oh, don't be scared. I'll protect you.
Fuck you, Chris.
Okay, how about we just build a campfire and just chill in the woods?
How about we go drink in the woods?
Where are we gonna get beer?
My dad has like 2 cans of Modelo. I can let you guys have at it.
Nah, fuck that noise. I'll get us some beer.
How?
My dad is having this stupid Halloween party, and he has a shit ton of beer. I'll get some and meet you two at the entrance of the forest. You know, where we always meet.
Okay, nice.
We made plans to avoid all the Halloween trick-or-treat kids and their bullshit excuse of Halloween decorations. We agreed on getting beer and meeting up at the entrance of the woods. Next day comes, and it's Halloween. It's also a Saturday, and the skies were clear for once. My rich friend Chris's dad is having a Halloween party, and his job is to steal his dad's beer. As the uneventful day goes by, it's now 9 p.m. And from what Chris told me, was that his dad's friends were all loud and buzzed pretty early from shots and other drinks. So, they didn't even notice him stealing 2 packs of beer bottles.
They didn't even notice me. Kind of pathetic if you ask me.
Nice! Jorge and I are at the woods entrance. Ryan and I were just waiting until we got a text from Chris saying that someone was following him.
Dude, I'm getting weirded out. Some fucking kid is just staring in my direction.
Should we scare him off?
No, he's wearing that Michael Myers costume and his knife gave off this shiny glow, so I think he has a weapon. Once I make this turn, I'm gonna make a run for it.
Dude, we can come find you.
Dude, message us back. Okay, we are going to find you. Just run towards the road.
I didn't get a response back from Chris, and we heard something move in the woods behind us. We were nervous, but we stayed quiet. After 30 seconds, Chris emerged from the woods, scaring us. Chris laughs. Ryan and I pretty much told Chris where he can shove it, but admittedly, we all thought it was a good prank. We continued to walk down the path and we started to open the beer bottles. We were all in our 15, 16 age, and let me tell you, it was the most disgusting bottle I've ever tasted. I'm much older now, but I didn't understand back then how people can drink it. Anyways, Chris continued drinking as it was his family's favorite. We found our favorite hangout spot, and there was our used campfire pit and tree logs for chairs. This site has been here for years, and other local kids enjoy coming here to hide from parents. After talking about how Chris really dislikes his parents from neglecting him from work and friends, Ryan thought of an idea that was better than just an empty fire pit. Yo, I just remembered, there is this supposed haunted cabin near here. If we walk down this old path, we can be there in like 10 minutes.
Nah, I'm good. Plus you were saying some kid was following you, so that kind of messed up my horror mood.
Oh, come on, Jorge. It'll make me feel a lot better if you come.
Freaking hate you both. Fine. We can go, but I'm leaving if anything shady happens.
Ryan took lead for us. After walking at the distance that Ryan said before, we see it. It was a cabin all by itself in the woods. It's what you would normally see during a pilgrimage. Ryan told us that he and his brother used to go inside there, and it still has some broken furniture and a small basement. We got closer, and for a moment, Ryan stopped walking. We questioned him, and he pointed out the window. After looking at the direction where Ryan's finger was pointing, we see it. It was a small light, like from a small flame. The luminous light flickers like a candle. I said quietly, "I think there's someone in there." Ryan and I suggested leaving, but Chris said that he could take a peek at the window. So, we all took a look inside, and what we saw was not what we expected. We saw two gothic girls looking at a book and playing on a Ouija board. Our worries were slightly going away because we all knew these two girls. They live in the same neighborhood as us, and we take the same bus to school. We didn't really talk to them, but our relationship is okay to say the least. Ryan knocked on the window, and the girls quickly turned their heads. We didn't hide, and they saw us. They were startled at first, but they quickly recognized us, and one of the girls opened the front door. The two girls were named Ashley and Cam. Chris always had a crush on Ashley, so right away, he told them what we were doing. I didn't mind it. It was just out of character for Chris to behave like this around a girl. Cam invited us all in, and they both admit what they were trying to do. They were trying to contact the spirits in the cabin. They told us that so far, they didn't get any response, but the girls asked us if we'd like to join. Chris of course said yes, but Ryan and I didn't like Ouija boards, but we stayed, but kept our distance. They lit more candles, and laid them out to make a circle. Chris, Ashley, and Cam placed their hands on the planchette and started humming and asking questions.
Is there anyone here? Show yourself.
Give us a sign if you're here with us.
Wow, this is scary and cool. Are we alone?
Suddenly, the planchette started to move to the word no. The cliche questions started to move around.
I swear I didn't move it. Was it you?
I know you didn't.
It wasn't me, so I think we made contact.
Ryan and I gave each other a weird side glance. As the group continued their demonic questions, I noticed something at the window. It was a quick motion, like what everyone sees when they see a shadow moving from their peripheral vision. But I was certain this wasn't the case. I asked Ryan to come check out the window with me, and at that moment, we didn't see anything. As we were looking at the window, the girls asked the Ouija board, and this was the moment where I started to pay attention.
Are you here to hurt us?
The planchette moves. Ryan and I looked as well. The planchette moves slowly, and our hearts started to beat fast. With a long anticipation, the planchette moves over the word no. We all gave a sigh of relief, but the planchette moved again on its own and spelled O-U-T-S-I-D-E. Outside. The Ouija board group were confused, but Ryan and I gave a worried look at each other. I turned around, and I just saw some person wearing a Michael Myers outfit. Ryan and I screamed. We backed up, and the others focused on what we were looking at. Chris shouted.
That's the fucking kid that was following me earlier!
Ryan and I realized that Chris wasn't joking, so we shouted at the thin window loudly.
You got us. Is it okay if you just leave? You're scaring our friends and we're about to leave.
Michael Myers, or whatever this kid's name is, just stared at us. We were all confused and weirded out. and Ryan shouts in aggression. Okay, dude, you're starting to wear us out. If you don't leave, we will kick your fucking ass. Now piss off! Michael Myers wasn't fazed until he lifted his hand and showed us a knife. The girls got nervous, but Ryan was quick to say, Yo, what the? The knife is real! Ashley got up and tried to leave the back door, but the door wasn't opening. I quickly joined and tried to push the sudden stuck door. Chris looked out the window and noticed something and said,
There's a chair against the door. The fucker's either trying to scare us or he's actually gonna do something.
Everyone was at the door trying to break it with their feet and shoulders, but suddenly, we all heard a window shatter. Michael is trying to enter the cabin. Cam got scared, so she ran downstairs in the dark basement. Ashley screamed at Cam to come back, but Ashley followed downstairs as well. Not surprised, Chris followed too, so of course, Ryan and I had to join in. There wasn't a light switch, so we all walked in the empty concrete basement. I couldn't see anything, but I looked around and felt something large, cube, and metallic. It felt like a washer or dryer. So I right away whispered to someone to grab a weapon. Voices from all directions was all I heard. Loud shuffling footsteps. Ryan told everyone to stop moving so much. Suddenly, heard loud footsteps walking down the wooden stairs. Each step sounded like work heavy boots. Michael Myers reached at the bottom of the stairs. We can only see him because the window from upstairs is shining in the moonlight perfectly on him. He's just standing there with that fucking mask and knife in his right hand. It was just pure silence. I could hear Michael breathing, like he's enjoying all of this. Cam couldn't control herself, so she started to cry with heavy breathing. Michael turned his head fast like a spider and lifted his knife near his head, just like in the movies, and walked at a fast pace towards Cam. The girl screamed, and I saw Chris through the moonlight with an iron pan hitting Michael in the head. We all heard a teenager screaming from the Michael Myers costume, and heard the metallic knife falling on the concrete floor. And so did the mysterious person. We all didn't hesitate and just ran upstairs. Chris was the last to go up, but before he did, he threw the pan, and the kid was making that screaming again from the impact. The girls were picking up the book and Ouija board, and Chris said just leave the candles behind. I remember all of us running through the moonlight woods and trying to get to the main road. After the woods punished us with cuts, scrapes, and hard falls, we finally made it to the road. We all breathed in exhaustion. After recovering, I told everyone to just return back home. Ryan and I were kind of neighbors, so we stuck together while Chris volunteered to take the girls home. After 20 long minutes of walking, I made it home. Then I sent everyone a wellness check-in. Everyone texted back saying that they were okay. After laying on my bed, with a sigh of relief, I finally slept. I woke up in the next morning with a text from Chris.
Dude, my dad said he found the fucking candles in my front door.
What the fuck? This kid is relentless. Did you get a chance to know who it is?
No, but his voice sounded familiar. It sounded like those 8th graders.
Nothing else happened that night. Chris is still watching his back after the candle incident, but is now dating Ashley. Cam and Ryan became good friends, but I'm just the 5th wheel in the group now. But we're all still friends to this day. We hang out every other weekend and always bring up this night. There's still a part of me wondering who the hell that dude was in the Michael Myers costume. I guess we will never know.